So yeah, Super Bowl happened. What was it? Super Bowl 596, I believe.
55.
Oh, 55. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
55.
always
That's
hard for
what.
me to follow the Roman numerals. I don't know why they do the numerals thing.
You
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Super Bowl is this? Yeah, but it's 55, I think.
Super Bowl
Wait,
55.
yes. It's either 55 or like 59, one of the two. Yeah, one of them.
Super Bowl 500.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. But Kendrick Lamar did the halftime show at the most recent Super Bowl, and it was one that had so much attention and so much energy to it, and so much like drama surrounding it, probably more so than any Super Bowl that's been up to this point. I heard that this was the first time a Super Bowl was performed by a rapper solo, effectively solo. I have some footage, but yeah.
To me, the Super Bowl halftime show, there's a lot of pageantry involved with the Super Bowl. I mean, you're putting on a show. So to me, the Super Bowl never really matched hip hop so much because of the pageantry. You know what I mean? Like even with Kendrick's performance, that was dope, but there's a lot of dancers and twirling, and you're putting on a show. So a lot of times the lyrics that are in hip hop songs maybe are a little bit too fast to appreciate. I think that's probably why, in my opinion, R&B goes a little bit better with the Super Bowl show, or like rock or something that you can, whereas hip hop is very lyric based. So you have to hear the words that they're saying, and but I thought overall it was a good show. Thought it was a good showing.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show too. Like I rewatched it this earlier, before, and I gotta say, like I thought it was entertaining. Like, so I don't know, maybe the lyrics are one thing. Like I can understand that if you don't know the songs per se, but like if Kiss went out there, or I don't know, you name a rock band, right. I'm 100% sure I'm not gonna know what they talking about.
They Kiss
or what they saying. They saying like, or I don't know, like Limp Bizkit, or I don't know who does rock. Creed. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yes,
you went way back with that one. Though.
I don't know, man.
Creed, Slipknot,
Pearl Jam. I don't know, man.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Creed.
Chili Peppers did a Super Bowl halftime show.
Okay,
a few years back. Well, a few
years
ago.
Slipknot. Yeah.
Yeah. Pantera, Megadeth,
wasn't
Metallica.
So Kiss, they were the guys with the black and white face paint with the the tongues and shit. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Kiss.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish I had more. I have better footage.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my notes together.
Yeah, but so this Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar, he started off with the Squabble Up song, and so there was a lot of layers to this, and I don't know if as we all saw during the show, Uncle Sam was represented, by Samuel L. Jackson, who, if I recall correctly, was one of the, he was presented as Uncle Sam, who's supposed to be a representation of the United States during, during war, or just kind of the United States in general. I know he's presented as being something to strive for, somebody who would embody the United States. And the irony of putting a black man in that position, saying, "Hey, it's your Uncle Sam," being a black man, and in particular a black man with Samuel L. Jackson's history. So I don't know if you all know, but back in the 70s, he was an activist, very closely tied with the Black Panthers, and he at one point he was part of a group who held what do you say, kidnapped essentially. He kidnapped a board of Morehouse or a group of Morehouse um, professors, one of which was a professors or Morehouse officials. I won't say professors though, and one of whom was Martin. One of whom was Martin Luther King's father, and they held him in this facility and as they made demands for the university, for the students of the university. And I think this is during like civil rights. But anyway, I don't know the details on it. I'm pulling off the top of my head. I should have looked this up earlier. But
So
mhm.
I was gonna say the whole thing with Sam Jackson as Uncle Sam is really interesting, is because like the whole idea of like Uncle Sam, the American white Uncle Sam, was to um, is to make American patriotism be seen as a religion, and it's to like valorize nationalism
Right,
as a
yeah,
tradition. So having like a black person be Uncle Sam was kind of like a double entendre within a double entendre, right? Like, because Sam Jackson is seen as like an uncle type figure in black culture, and to have him be represented on this level at this stage with in a very American tradition such as football, right?
yeah.
For the biggest football game there is, and
One of the biggest stages.
and viewed by yeah, exactly, one of the biggest stages, viewed by all the white people around the world.
Hundreds of millions of people.
Seeing this figure, seeing this figure tainted in this way by them, or seen as that by them, is really like, it's really interesting. And the fact that he was commenting on like all of the things that after every number that Kendrick did, that he was like,
Yeah.
he was providing his commentary on like, hey, like, you need to slow down, or too reckless, too ghetto. He's like, do you know how to play the game? He's like, do you really know, Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? The old culture cheat code, scorekeeper, deduct one life, which I'll get to into a bit, because this whole show that Kendrick Lamar put on was basically like a game, dude, like a video game, right? It's why he started out with the PlayStation symbols, right? It's why you had like levels to it, like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. There was a lot going on that like we picked up on the surface, but then there was just like layers way underneath that, But getting back to Uncle Sam real quick, there's also an interesting thing, is that so y'all know Trump was at the game, right? Like,
yeah,
he was watching from his presidential box seats, and I didn't know this, but looking into it, Sam Jackson and Trump hate each other, and it's because actually I think they used to be cool with each other when Trump was not the president, when he was like when he was trying to get into the celebrity.
Trump was cool with a lot of hip hop artists and celebrities and whatnot,
and black celebrities, because Trump has always been trying to get into celebrity, yeah, not just into show business, but to kind of get like that celebrity status that comes with knowing other celebrities. And something happened during Trump's first campaign that apparently Sam Jackson and Trump played golf together, and and Trump was apparently known to cheat at golf, just like he cheats at everything else. Yeah. And Sam Jackson actually admitted like publicly that like yo, Trump cheats at golf. Now, Trump did not like that whatsoever. And since he was kind of he was on his high horse running his first campaign to be president, he basically like iced out Sam, pretended like he never met him, never knew him, doesn't know where these words are coming from. And
how you pretend like you never met Samuel L. Jackson? I'm like, he's one of the most well-known celebrities.
Because Sam Jackson said something that hurt his ego.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of Trump's moves. He'll say says all the time. It's like, I never heard of this person. That don't know anything.
Who is that?
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
He'll completely deny any knowledge of it. Like look at any time he mentions Epstein.
Like he will do that. And at the same time, like
never met
that. Him. Yeah, that like who is that? I don't know this person. Right? And,
never read it.
And the levels to have. I don't like some of the stuff that happens like just like this. Like I don't know if it's a matter of like convenience or genius, and it's probably both, or genius, or just straight genius. Because to get Sam Jackson to portray Uncle Sam, which is a layer upon a layer within itself. But the very fact that Trump was at the game, knowing that this
first president at a Super Bowl game, right?
Right.
First time a president at the Super Bowl game.
Right.
Having his antithesis.
Right.
Which is shocking.
Being to open the show with the antithesis of a symbol of America, of the American people, in this way, it's like fucking like like yo, like the genius, like where, like how did you come up with this? You know?
Yeah. 100%.
Like, just from a story you heard 5 years ago, or 6 years, no, not even 5 years ago, maybe like almost 10 years ago.
I mean, we saw we know how meticulous Kendrick is.
Oh my God,
saw what he did with Drake. Okay, like talk about meticulously pulling information,
just holy
and
shit,
applying
dude.
it. Applying it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And then, I don't know if you guys, if you guys want to, add whatever, go ahead. I have more, but I just thought that was just like fucking levels of genius that it's just beyond me. I
had some. I was hoping I had some more screenshots. I accidentally pulled videos instead of screenshots. But like at one point, I noticed that like when he started the song, "Squabble Up" was his first song, and that just that's a fight song. Like squabble up, you gonna squabble up. That means you about to fight, and that's how he starts, right? You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
The wrong guy.
Like that's a shot across the bow. Like,
dude, you know this.
He's taking shots across the bow. Like, exactly who he's talking to.
You know exactly who he's talking to. Who he's talking about. Like,
so Kendrick, like this. We're all watching this show, anticipating the coup de grace, of course, right?
Yeah,
the coup de grace,
right? But I mean, like the lead up. There was he took his opportunity around, man. Like there was. It's also funny to me. It's also funny to me how many, before getting back to like the actual show, but it's so funny to me about how many people who said that the show was whack, that they didn't understand, that like they never heard of Kendrick, that I'm just like these are all white people. Like,
also, if you never heard of Kendrick, he just won.
Did you see the video? Did I send you out a video of the Fox News anchor
that was talking shit?
That was talking shit, saying he never met Kendrick, this low selling that no one's ever heard of, no one's ever bought your albums, no one knows any of your songs, and I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
I'm like, love him or hate him, this dude is on. He's on everybody's radar, especially after the fucking show. What's wrong?
He just won Grammys like the same week.
He won 5 Grammys.
5 Grammys though, crazy.
He won a total of 7 Grammys. He won 5 Grammys for one song.
Dude, his songs are top 10 Like they're all like you got like
everywhere.
3 songs are in the top 10 right now.
The thing with music, and we all know this, is like and that's one thing it's like politics, man. You'll never get people to just agree on music. Everybody thinks their playlist is the best playlist in the world, you know. And like, I don't blame a guy for like I said, Juice, if they had to put Kiss or Red Hot Chili Peppers or something, I wouldn't have known any of that. I couldn't point out Gene Simmons. Okay, maybe I could point out Gene Simmons if I have the right picture
I
in my
couldn't.
head. But I mean, I don't blame him for that so much, because Kendrick is one of the hottest artists in the country, in the world right now. But you know, if you don't know who this guy is, you don't know who he is.
But like,
I know what to do.
But he was speaking in more generalities.
Like
he wasn't saying like he himself has never heard of this. He was saying like everyone.
Nobody.
He was using generalities. He was using extreme words. Nobody, everyone, anybody, anyone. He was using those types of words to describe the vast majority of people.
And in general, you can see a lot of mainstream white America, or a lot of white America being mad because there were a lot of black faces up there, and you know they don't like that.
All black faces.
It was all black.
And the thing with the NFL, because this is the Super Bowl halftime. The thing with the NFL, I think the NFL is 80% black or of mixed heritage. You know, so there are a lot of black faces in the NFL, but. See, people don't seem to mind that, right? Like, they watch millions of people tune in. You know why? Because they got them helmets on. You don't really see the black faces behind the helmet until they zoom in. You know what I mean? So it's like there's this mask of the helmet there. But I mean, there's a lot of black faces on that stage with Kendrick, man.
They like the idea of how black bodies do their entertainment, but you know, they actually don't want to hear from these black peoples.
Well, that was part of the message from the very beginning, right? Like, you know, again, almost culminating with the song "Not Like Us," right? Like that black people have the message was like black people have always been here to entertain they or them, so they aren't bored, right?
Yeah,
and like the fact that it starts off with like this was like such a pro-black thing in general, like that, like it went over a lot of people's heads, even some black people, but like it went over a lot of people's heads, like, you know, the black people being made up of the American flag, or the American flag being made up of black people. I'll just say it that way. American flag being made up of black people, like
here. This is the image I wanted.
About black people, about how black culture has always been appropriated by white people, and the whole, like, you know, no matter how much they try to steal our culture, they try to steal elements that make us who we are, right? They're not like us. They can never be like us. They can never have what we have and what we can create, you know?
So I heard before that
go ahead.
I heard before that America's #1 export is black culture.
Right.
Yeah, like
oh yeah, shit.
I can't remember who said that. Probably a comedian, but like,
was it Paul Mooney?
Maybe.
It sounds like something he would have said.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like something he would have said.
I'm like, yeah, I believe it. Like, who loves, when people think of America, like, there's a few things that come to mind, right? And I mean, our music is some of the most influential in the world, man.
Mm-hmm. It's like when you mentioned he started with Squabble Up, right? It's like Squabble Up is like, but look at what the dancers were doing when he was performing the song, right? Like it was them on puppet strings, right? Like it was them looking like marionettes, you know, like making us dance for them,
like down here,
versus paying attention to what we're bringing to American culture, what we're bringing to the table, you know. And it's like, that's like really profound, you know, in the performance. And it's like, holy shit. Again, like shit was just like beyond me. Like this meticulous level of genius that is happening. And there's like, I feel like so many people that didn't get it. I'm just like, God damn it. Like y'all have no idea what you're witnessing. You're being a part of something. You're witnessing something great.
Yeah, you're witnessing. You're
witnessing greatness within Black culture, and it's like because this is all Black, pro-Black, all the way.
Black on black, dude. And I
love
black, that
y'all.
part of it.
I'm black, y'all.
I'm blackity black.
Black and I'm black, y'all.
Nigga shit. Like it's black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly, and that's. Hey, I'm sure that's all they heard. But you know, hey, if that's all they heard, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Who cares?
That being said, I do not think the NFL will do this again next year. I think they're going to have one of the whitest of white bands out there. You know,
guess who's not going to give a... Watch that get the lowest ratings. You
notice how this was one of the highest rated Super Bowl halftime shows in recent history, right? Nobody gives a shit about the Super Bowl halftime. We cared because Kendrick was on there, you know?
Yes.
And I mean, he actually put on a show that got people talking. I mean, most of the time, the Super Bowl halftime show is just something you kind of breeze past. Like, okay, let them do their songs, go get something to eat, use the bathroom. I mean, this thing, people actually sat down to watch. I haven't watched the Super Bowl halftime show in years. You know, I couldn't tell you who was on that last.
I watched last year, who was Usher.
Usher, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was all right. That was actually pretty cool.
Like I said,
it wasn't this because it didn't have the weight, right? It didn't have the energy of the moment of the time we're in right now.
And we know what kind of artist Kendrick Lamar is. On top of that, you know.
I mean, wasn't it like the year before where they had like Dr. Dre, Snoop?
Yeah,
That show was great, but like it did not have this kind of weight to it. It just didn't. Like it was just, this was something special. Like, you know, also like again with the PlayStation symbols, that was also a nod to Squid Games, right? And about symbolizing the rich killing the poor for entertainment. And it's like, you think about it, like look at like rap beefs in the 90s, you know, people killing each other and dying, and then the media profiting off of their deaths.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like crazy. And Diddy. And Diddy. God damn it.
Yeah, that being said, I think this sent too many shockwaves through the NFL world. I don't think I think next year they're gonna balance the scales. They're gonna have the whitest of white bands. You know, it's going to be Blink 182 or something, you know.
They can have
that's fine. This already happened.
Yeah, this happened. Like,
this already
that's cool,
happened.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're way past it. Like, I'm not way past it, but like we are. This is already.
This is in the annals of history.
Yes, the
annals of history.
Yeah, this is an event that has happened.
We all knew, but everybody was waiting to hear "Not Like Us." And apparently, I guess Drake has filed a defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group.
Oh, that was a while back.
Yeah, well, because they said that I think it's the same one. It might be the same one Frank was talking about. He knew the accusations in the song were false, but they were distributed and promoted. Remember, I think we were talking about this. It was like, Drake, man up. It's a rap.
We talked about this shit.
Yeah, it's a rap.
So remember, like the song selection he did from Squabble Up to Be Humble, right? And I'm picturing this whole thing like he's talking to Trump. Like this is how I'm measuring it. He's like, "We're gonna fight. You better chill." Talking about be humble, bitch, sit down. Shut up, bitch, sit down. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, then he does DNA, which real talk, I didn't expect that song to be played like on the stage. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA.
Talk about black people, man.
That's black. That's blackity black, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas, man, I gotta talk about my blood, my DNA. I got royalty in my DNA.
There was
he's saying that shit on the national
national stage
on the
man.
largest stage
Yep.
this year. Like
this is like all fight songs.
Yeah.
You know, in their own way, right? Like he's talking, and when he sung DNA, he's talking to us. You know, he's talking to us, saying like, "Yo, like, y'all are more powerful than you think."
Yeah,
you know, and
it was dope. I think a lot of these lyrics went over people's heads, though. I think because of the pageantry of the Super Bowl halftime show, just the nature of it. There's a show going on, you know. So like, I think people are more like, oh look, that's Serena. Oh look, that's Samuel L. Jackson. You know, I think people are more focused on the background.
The same people who think never mind.
I mean, it was supposed to be.
We know because we've listened to Kendrick and we know his lyrics and we know his songs. But
yes, the Super Bowl show historically is supposed to be a show, an event about entertainment. Sure, I feel like he accomplished that, but he also took the opportunity to craft a very thinly veiled message.
It's politics again, man.
Politics.
It's politics again in the entertainment. Like you have the people who get it, and for the people who understand it, that message was for you. If you didn't, then the message wasn't for you. Was it? Yeah, it just wasn't for you if you didn't get it.
That's a big part of it too. If you got it,
people are like, "Oh wow, that was Samuel L. Jackson. That's so cool."
Yeah, oh, that's Serena Williams. That's Serena Williams.
Serena Williams.
I think that's where a lot of people stopped. I think that's where a lot of people stopped. That's where the everything stopped. Oh, that's Serena. Stop. You know what I mean? There was no digging into his why he rapped this lyric like this or something like that. You know,
those who we call the uninitiated.
Yeah,
those are who we call the uninitiated. And they don't understand. It's not for them to understand.
Politics, true, but most people went back to the entertainment factor. They had disassociated from the politics. Said, well, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Like, okay, yeah, Kendrick show was nice and all. Who's going to win the game? You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, you know.
I thought it was pretty clear by this point.
Oh, who's going to win? Yeah, no, that game was unentertaining. I mean, it's rare that I would ever say this, but the Super Bowl halftime show was probably more entertaining than an actual game. I mean, the score was so lopsided, like, you didn't care about it. You're like, okay, whatever. It's on TV next. But, yeah, I think the NFL will do a big switch up next year. They're going to have the wiggity white bands up there. You know what I mean? So what if they have a Super Bowl show next year, and it's all white people, and all the white people are in the American flag? You know what I mean? Like
I'll tell you that if I don't care about the band, I ain't gonna watch it.
Look,
I'm not gonna watch it.
We're gonna mute the halftime show. I'll mute it.
This is gonna be a tough act to follow, and honestly, I think a lot of people. I mean, Kendrick was just on fire that week, right? Like talking about winning 7 Grammys and then performing at the Super Bowl halftime show and setting a record at that. Like, and you know. Everybody was watching because everybody was trying to see what he was going to do, particularly for Not Like Us. People were like, is he going to do it? You know, like, is he going to perform the song? Like, and Kendrick chose violence. I do remember.
He was like, he'll say they were like the sue.
when you heard the violins, like dun, 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 and he's.
Bro, you knew he was going to do this. So that was one of the hottest songs of 2024. I mean, white people loved it. That's why he made it to the Super Bowl.
It was the hottest song of 2024.
If it was not for Not Like Us, if it was not for that song, he never gets the Super Bowl halftime show. If it was not for the popularity and the explosion of that song, I don't think Kendrick ever performs this halftime show that he just did.
Probably not, but his catalog was already pretty strong. Maybe they would have had him do it with someone else. Or have him featured somehow, but like
that's how music works.
But like
you have a good song and you make it to the Super Bowl.
But Kendrick chose violence.
It's crazy. It's crazy that he came up.
Chose violence.
They're like
it's crazy that he came up with a diss song that turned into the hottest song of his career. And it's still hot, you know.
The old school 3-step.
What do y'all think about his bell bottoms, man? You rocking those?
The flare jeans.
I know people were hating on those. I was like, I
What are you talking about?
I don't know. People were hating on those at
I love
all.
them shits.
I heard people didn't like them.
Nah, he brought them back.
Mhm.
If anything,
I thought they were just flares. What are you talking about? Oh, I thought they were boot cuts.
They're flare jeans.
Yeah, man, I used to rock them shit.
If anything, he brought them back.
Yeah, like people used to rent those anyway.
Mm-hmm. No, it was definitely a dope show. It was definitely a dope show.
And then
And he had then he had the whole stadium. We're talking like 60 million people at the stadium, and how many people at home?
There was a rumor that the NFL was pumping crowd noise into Kendrick's halftime performance to make it seem like it was more hype than it was. You know, that was.
I think those are just haters, though.
I don't think that's a thing. I think that's just
you said pumping crowd noise. What does that mean?
Well, they'll make it seem like the crowd is screaming on TV, where in actuality at the stadium it's not as loud as it seems like it is on TV. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like they're making it seem like people are being louder than they are.
I don't think there's any validity to that whatsoever.
I actually have a video of like just people of somebody who was just recording during the thing. It sounded pretty loud to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
but you know, I'm sure. You know, some people say they never even heard of Kendrick Lamar.
I was like, is that Serena Williams? What the fuck? Talk about random. Like, what the hell is she doing there?
Let's talk about this. Do you know the story?
Well, she was dating Drake, right? That part of it?
That's part of it, but like
tell it.
Okay. So Serena Williams, this was what, 10 years ago? I want to say. But
she's still hot, by the way. Serena Williams still beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you crazy?
It was sometime within the past decade. So she won Wimbledon, and to celebrate, she did the sea walk.
Did the crib walk, yeah.
And she was vilified for it, right? Like she did it in a crowd full of white people, tennis lovers,
right?
Especially
like tennis, yeah.
And she was vilified for it. Like she was.
So what is this juju?
They're like, what is this black people dance? What is this black people stuff that she's doing?
Tennis is the sport of the elite. Yeah.
It's part of the message. It's part of the message that because she was vilified, like it's the same message that, you know, trying to keep the black woman down, trying not to let the black woman celebrate, trying not to let her enjoy being herself in a space that she deserves to be in. So after that happened, Kendrick calls her like when they were doing rehearsals. Like this is probably like 6 months. I think it was like three or so months. Let's say 3 to 6 months before the show actually happened. He chose violence that day, man. He did.
Right there.
But he calls her and he's like, "Look, I've been wanting to work with you for a while. I loved it when you did the sea walk at Wimbledon. I would love it if you could just do it here at the show. You know, you don't have to be featured or anything. We just want you to get up on some platform and just do it." And she's like, "Of course I'm going to do it." So,
yeah.
But there is also the double message that she is Drake's ex. And the fact that she's doing a crip walk, she is celebrating right
during his death song.
Right, just after the crowd, like she's dancing on his fucking grave. Like just after the crowd, the entire crowd chants A minor. Right? Just after that verse, and she's doing a sea walk, and her sea walk was clean, right? It was clean, and the fact that she was there, it seemed random, but it wasn't. It was planned. But I thought the way the camera cut to her was perfect. It went really well with the song and everything, man. Like, damn.
What's the A on Kendrick's chain? Does anybody know what that stands for?
A minor.
A minor.
A minor. It's a lowercase a.
I guess.
A minor A. A minor A.
And on his jacket, it says Gloria. That's his mom's name.
Mm-hmm.
Symbolism through and through.
Lowercase A minor.
We all knew he was going to do that damn song. There was no question. You know.
Well, no, we didn't know because
We knew.
Because Drake's lawyers are serious, man. Like
They did point out how he omitted certain lyrics, in which he, of course, you had to. You kind of had to radio edit it because
when he this man had the nerve to bring out mustard, mustard, but so basically when he performed the song, I think like the way he was smiling at the camera, it was like he was saying like, you know what, I'm gonna perform the song. Don't worry, Drake, I can afford it. I can afford it because he's probably gonna get got for like 15 million or something like that, which might not be such a drop in the bucket for him, but like he's like I can afford it because from this show alone, like I'm gonna go mega status, and he did.
Yeah,
right?
I heard he what is it? Somebody said he spent 15 million or 40 million, and he got back for like you have to spend your own money apparently on to do the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he doesn't get paid. You don't get paid to do the Super Bowl.
He spent like 15 to 20 million to do it, and then he got like double or triple that back in like
streams
and stuff after that.
Yeah. So Dr. K said actually the A is part of the PJ Lang logo. Oh, I thought the lowercase a was for A minor. Damn. Okay.
What's PJ Lang?
The
15 they got 46 about.
God damn it. I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
I thought it was an Amazon.
Can you help us out?
I got an A on there.
But yeah, like so
no, it's not Atlanta.
That was a story. So that was a story of with Serena.
A minor.
This was such a fucking death song, man. Like for Drake, man. Like god damn, like I would almost say on him, but then I remember I'm like, nah.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that song for Drake. I don't think Drake is.
Nah,
he has to lay low for a little while.
Actually, honestly, he's doing fine. He's on tour right now. And
Drake is still one of the hottest artists.
He just released a new album, actually. Like not too long ago.
The only thing Drake has to do is just lay low, let the shit blow over, give it another year. Everybody will be over this song. Yeah, everybody will be over this song and all this. So
stop trying to sue labels.
Yeah, trying to sue people. Just take the L and keep it moving. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Well, I
to making music and chill.
Did y'all watch this live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I almost lost it. I almost lost it when he actually said the word, when he actually like mentioned Drake by name. I was like, oh my god, he's doing it.
Say Drake.
I hear you like I'm young, and I'm like,
never go to
Cell Block 1.
Right here.
Damn. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. Oh shit!
Oh my fuck!
Like, yo, man, chill. Damn. It was hard. Oh, Dr. K says album is trash. I thought it. Oh, you talking about Drake? Okay, yeah. I thought you talking about Kendrick. I was like, what?
I hear you like him young. I'm like, what?
Say Drake.
Better never go to Cell Block 1. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. And then the last song he did, the whole turn the TV off.
But he didn't say
that turn the TV off. John is hard. Like the real version, that shit is hard. But when I first heard that, I was like, what the hell, man? This man Kendrick is just like, how you get back in the middle form? I thought SDE was his best album. You know what I mean? Like, and then he came out with Good Kid, Mad City. Like, okay. And then he came out with this show. I'm like, damn, bro, this dude just in his bag, man.
It's like he came out with that joint in minutes.
Yep.
I thought Good Kid, Mad City. I was like, okay, Kendrick has peaked. He can't get any better than this. And I don't know if this album is better than Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City was like his. This is his first album. His first actual album, right?
SDE was kind of like a semi mixtape kind of thing that they put together, but SDE or you know what I'm talking about, is his first album, not SDE. Why am I saying SDE? That's Cameron's album.
I was like, SDE.
What the hell is this nigga's album name, man? This shit is right on my
got rigor mortis on it. What's the name of that jump?
I can't think of it either. But
I'm drawing a blank too.
All of TDE's first albums was hard, man. Kendrick's, Ab Soul's first joint was tight. Like Schoolboy Q's first joint was cool.
Oxymoron. Ab Soul jump. Yep.
Yeah, all their first album, man.
I like all their albums though. Like honestly, I like.
Too. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
even Schoolboy. Schoolboy's kind of the most pop of all of them. I guess outside of Kendrick a little bit, but even Schoolboy's albums is hard, man. Like Isaiah Rashad, did he have an official album? I don't even remember. But I remember TDE kind of revitalized my love for, because at that point it was a lot of mumble rap. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was mumbling, and like they were classifying it as hip hop, but like it was just like a lot of
just because black people were involved.
Yeah, and like I the first time I heard
turn the TV off.
Kendrick joint. What the hell was the name of his first album? That shit is right on my goddamn tongue, man.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
But that was the first joint I heard, and then I was like, all right, let me check out these TDE dudes. And I got Ab Soul, and I got and Schoolboy.
You're not talking about To Pimp a Butterfly, right?
No. It was before that. Shit, somebody gonna look it up. We're gonna look it up.
Section 80.
Section 80. Yep.
Yeah. Section 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to play that, Joseph.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Section 80 was hard, man.
Yeah, Overly Dedicated. That was a mixtape. Kendrick Lamar EP. Man, I'm about to fucking go back through all these youngs, man. Hold on, son.
Section 80 was hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think the NFL is ever going to let this shit happen, at least for another.
They'll never have another black person.
NFL couldn't have this happen if they tried.
Solo hip hop artists.
Yeah, that's actually the fucking good point. They couldn't do this shit if they tried.
They couldn't do this shit again if they tried.
If they wanted to, and I'm sure they did, or they will. There's no way
Drake puts on this kind of show if he got the halftime show. Like he's not having an all black dancing cast and having the American flag and having Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, and
all
there's no way Drake is doing
on his grave.
Yeah, Drake is not that in touch with his. I don't think he's that in touch with the roots like that. Is Drake Canadian? Is he Canadian anyway?
He sure is.
Yeah,
he sure is. Hey,
Aubrey.
Hey, man.
They're trying. This
was it Jones that Dear Aubrey, sorry, have to come and crash your party.
Yo, this nigga tried to end Aubrey.
Sorry to be the one to come and crash your party.
What was it, Joe? End Aubrey, dude. Like
Cameron said, not Cameron. Joe Button said that beat on that song was just depressing. Meet the Grams said dun 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 ding ding. He said, "Dear Aubrey, sorry, have to be the one to crash the party." He's like,
shit is fucked up, man.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, man. Aubrey.
Yeah.
So,
Aubrey.
Last thing was it? Dr. K probably got it on correct, but what was it? The last song was "Turn the TV Off." I heard after that song, after he played that Joe, and that right after the song, was million, I don't know, a few million people just turned turn from the NFL all at once.
Trump left.
Yeah, Trump left.
He left after the halftime show.
No.
Or maybe during. I don't remember. But he left.
Which I'm shocked that he's the only president to ever go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I would have figured more presidents were. I mean, football is such an American pastime.
Such a missed opportunity.
I mean, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he's the only president to ever go to a Super Bowl, bro. I'm going to a Super Bowl. If I'm the president, I'm carving out something out of my schedule to go to the Super Bowl. Barack never went to a Super Bowl?
Yes,
shit.
I mean, I'm sure there's reasons, they probably say this, that. Shouldn't your ass be working?
But you know, there's sports
Send your
fans,
ass be doing something productive.
The one good
Why are
thing
you here?
Like
the one good thing with sports is
you just got sworn in.
Yeah,
You
what are
should
you
be
doing
busy.
here? Yeah.
the one good thing with sports is it does pull people together, man. People that have no kind of connection any other way can pull together and root for the same sports team, man. So, you know, there's a great thing in sports, man. And I'm just shocked that the president has never, you know,
Maybe
I figure, like, even
regionally, I
Trump
feel
and-
like sports pull people apart because you got people rooting for the other team.
well, there's definitely a tribalism, and I like this team, you like that team, but you know, people from if we like the
I just
same
fucking
team,
know.
we can come from totally different socioeconomic backgrounds, political backgrounds, whatever. We like the same team, bro. So like, there's a unity there, there's a unifying factor to the sports team as well. But I could see Trump and Obama sitting down at a football game, enjoying the game. You know what I mean? Like it's a game, it's a football game. You know what I mean? Why not? Why wouldn't you? You know?